Welcome to the Money Manifestation Mastery Podcast with your host, Lara Waldman, where we talk all things money. Big money, big purpose, big power. Waking up your wealth for heart-centered business owners and entrepreneurs. In today's episode, we're going to be speaking about living in alignment. What does it mean to live in alignment with your heart, body, and soul? What are the benefits of living in alignment? And why do you fall out of alignment? And what is the cost of that? Come join us for a beautiful conversation, living in alignment. So what is living in alignment? My definition of living in alignment is being connected to and creating in your life from the wisdom of your soul, of universal energy, the wisdom of your heart, your body, and the planet. When we are in alignment with ourself, heart, body, soul, and earth alignment, we are in flow. You are in connection with your true power, your ability to create, your power to create consciously and mindfully with all of life. From my point of view, it's our true nature. It's very similar to a tree. A tree is living in alignment when its roots go deep into the earth and its branches grow high into the sky. It's receiving from the sun and it's receiving from the earth, has deep roots and high branches, and it can bend and sway and keep growing and blossoming through all weather. It's not dissimilar to us. I started to see this image when I started waking up spiritually 25 years ago and started waking up my gifts as a healer 25 years ago. I saw that when we were in alignment or in connection with our true authentic self, we had this incredible energy running through us. That's called the toroidal field. It was the natural flow of energy that circulates between our bodies and all of life. From that place, we feel at peace, we feel whole, we feel home, and we're tapped into this deep inner connection that is our birthright. I started seeing this and knew that it was part of my path and part of my purpose to figure out how to get into alignment with this beautiful state of being and help others to do the same. And when we are connected to our true abundant nature, we are in alignment with our natural connection with all of life, universe, our bodies, the planet, and each other. And there's an intelligence, there's a consciousness that runs through these connections. And this is how we consciously create. And this is how you manifest. So I would tap into this state of being when I was giving healing sessions to my clients. I'd be helping them to align and connect to their true abundant nature, to this heart, body, soul alignment. They'd come into the session feeling anxious, depressed, stuck, frustrated, and leave the session feeling amazing, on purpose, at peace, on fire, feeling bold and brave to consciously create in their life. And myself included, I would get into beautiful states of connection and feel amazing and tap into my visions and tap into my purpose and tap into what I was here to do. But there was a problem. That alignment that I call living abundance, living in alignment, wouldn't last. So I would help my clients get into these beautiful aligned states, or myself to get into these beautiful aligned states. And then within a day or a few days, I was back to life as normal. I was very confused about this. I couldn't understand that if this was our true nature and this state of alignment, living abundance was who we truly were, who we truly are, and what we're here to do and be, why aren't we being it? Why aren't we doing it? And why is it so hard? I became hyperfixated on the question, what is stopping me or blocking me from manifesting what I want? What is stopping me or blocking me from living in alignment with this beautiful state of being that I can tap into when I'm meditating or healing, but really struggle to tap into in day-to-day life? If this is our true nature, if this is our true power, and if this is our true potential, then why is it so hard to live it and be it? So these were questions I was asking in my 20s. This is over 20 years ago now. And I became obsessed with finding the answer. I have been deep diving into this question ever since, trying to get to the root, trying to get to the bottom of the barrel, trying to understand what stops us and blocks us from living in alignment. So what happened for me is I would get into these beautiful states of consciousness when I was meditating or healing or in a beautiful retreat. But as soon as I entered life, came back home, I would be devastated with facing reality. I did not like reality. I found reality really difficult and painful. And everything in me would shut down and disconnect and hide. So I entered into a space with spirituality and healing, which I would now call spiritual bypassing, where I was tapping into these really altered states of consciousness, but only in these very safe, remote places with certain people. But I couldn't integrate it. I couldn't integrate it in day-to-day life with certain friends or family or people. I wanted to hide away from the world. But what I didn't know then that I know now was that there were some deep patterns running through my nervous system, running through my body, running through my energetic system that was keeping me in separation or in disconnection from my true abundant nature, from my ability to live in alignment. It was to do with trauma, with ancestral trauma, with experiences I had as a child, things I learned. So I became obsessed with trying to understand what is stopping us or blocking us from living in alignment. What is keeping us in separation from our true abundant nature, from our innate ability to manifest, to consciously create with all of life? Because when I tapped into that state, it was pure bliss. It was heaven on earth. And I felt that my purpose was to live, be, and embody this state of being and help others to do the same. But I kept hitting up against roadblocks, kept bashing up against brick walls with a lot of failure over and over again. I became obsessed with what I call our money blocks, the things that stop us and block us from creating true wealth, living a wealthy life, consciously creating the life, the business, the finances that we truly desire. And I discovered a whole wealth of information. So there's a lot going on that keeps us out of alignment, disconnected from our true abundant nature, from our ability to consciously manifest or create our lives on purpose in harmony with all of life. This is deep and rich. We're talking about trauma. We're talking about ancestral trauma. We're talking about the ways that you were raised, the things that you were taught, all the unconscious and conscious programming, training that you received, even in the womb and as you were raised through life. There is a lot of conditioning, a lot of beliefs, patterns, programs that are very hardwired through your nervous system, through your energetic system, that keeps you out of alignment or keeps you in separation with your true abundant nature, with your ability to manifest, to consciously create what it is that you truly desire. And it is my passion to help you release, alchemize, transform everything that is keeping you in separation, that is stopping you or blocking you from doing, from being, from having everything that you're here to do, be, and have. In alignment with your soul, with your heart, with your body, with the planet, which means that you are going to create and build your life in a way that brings you true fulfillment, that's going to be a life-giving energy, that's going to be supporting life to thrive. But even though living in alignment is your true nature, it's not easy. It's a simple concept, but the practice of this is true mastery. And please know that living in alignment is a constantly moving thing. A good way to understand living in alignment is to think about surfing. You can catch the best wave ever and be in alignment on that surfboard, riding that wave. But at some point, that wave is going to finish. You're going to fall off the surfboard and that ride is finished. Or you could think about the ocean. The ocean is moving all the time. Sometimes the ocean is flat and still. Sometimes it's stormy and wavy. It's moving all the time. So if you were a sailor on the sea, living in alignment would mean constantly working with the weather, adjusting your sails, adjusting your course to get into alignment with where you're going. Or you can think about the weather. Some days are sunny, some days are cloudy, some days are rainy, some days are warm, some days are cold. Living in alignment with the weather, it means adjusting and adapting to the ever-changing weather. Living in alignment is a similar thing. You are a living, breathing, moving, evolving thing. It's not a stagnant thing. It's not a flat line. There's not a right and wrong. It's not a binary experience. It's a fluid experience. And this is about really deeply feeling into who you are and where you are in every moment. Really tuning in to find where the alignment is, where that flow is. What is true for you in each and every moment. This is what we want to be deeply listening to. When you are in alignment with your heart, body, and soul, there will be flow. There will be a streamline of power, of creative power flowing through you. It's a consciousness that wants to create, and it's incredibly powerful, and you will have a lot of energy flowing through you. But at times you're going to fall out of that alignment, or that flow of energy will stop. You might need to rest, for example. But the practice is to come back into alignment each and every day to stay on track with what it is that you want. When you're in alignment, you'll be having a flow of life force energy, creative energy, energy running through your body that you're tapping into from the universal energy, life force energy, Earth's energy, the energy inside of your body, the energy from all life around you. It's an energizing experience. It's a powerful experience. It's a transformational experience. It's going to move you forward. And this is an exceptional experience. It's powerful. It's beautiful. And it's going to skyrocket your results. But please know there will be failure. Even when you get into that flow or into that alignment, you might feel really great, really aligned in one moment, and then you might fall off the surfboard another moment. An old pattern may come up. An old habit may arise. An old belief may surface. An old nervous system response may fire off. There's a lot of things that are going to pull you out of alignment, and that will be your default, most likely. Living in alignment is a discipline. Living in alignment is a practice. And living in alignment will sometimes happen naturally and on its own, but it's actually something you want to be consciously tapping into and consciously connecting to each and every day and throughout the day. So if you're a recovering perfectionist like me, please know this is not about being perfect. You are going to stumble, you're going to fail, you're going to fall off the surfboard more times than you catch the wave. You will come into alignment and out of alignment. But please know that there's this beautiful place of flow and alignment that is ready and waiting for you in each and every moment. We want to call you back in, call you back home. And this is the practice. This is the discipline. And this is how you build the muscle or build the habit of living in alignment. I've spent a lot of time working in this area, supporting clients and myself back into alignment. And I spend most of my time helping people to understand, identify, transform, and alchemize all the ways they pull themselves out of alignment. There's a lot of fears. There's a lot of stories. There are a lot of beliefs. There are a lot of habits that we need to hold, identify, and transform in order to come back in alignment. We're scared of the unknown. We're scared of change. So much can come up that pulls you out of that flow. It's deep. It needs holding. It needs supporting. So please be kind. Please be patient with yourself. Some of the ways that I have been challenged about living in alignment and staying in alignment for myself personally was feeling that most people around me were not in alignment. So my nervous system, my energetic system is highly sensitive and highly attuned to other people's energetic system or nervous system. And if we're wanting to come into connection with others, there can be a tendency to want to kind of slipstream into someone else's energy or slipstream into someone else's way of doing things in order to connect. So I experienced this deep inner conflict between my longing for belonging and my longing for connection and my longing to live in alignment with who I truly am and a longing to be who I truly am. And this is something that leaked so much energy, time energy, mental energy, emotional energy. And what had me consciously and unconsciously sabotaging myself from moving forward for a very, very long time. Because I had the belief that if I live in alignment with my true authentic self, I'm going to be alone. Because most people aren't living in alignment with their true authentic self. There are many societal and cultural ways of doing things that are very much out of alignment with who we truly are. This idea of living in alignment is still quite unusual. So I spent a long time fighting myself, and this manifested itself in so many ways. As I've shared in this podcast, overeating, over drinking, oversleeping, over exercising, the 1,000,001 ways that I've distracted myself, all of the excuses, my kids, my husband, my friends, all the reasons why I can't move forward. I have had to overcome a lot in this beautiful brain of mine and this nervous system, my energetics, to liberate myself and to come into alignment myself. And it is my great passion to help you now to identify and fast track some of the ways that you are sabotaging yourself from living in alignment with your true authentic self. Most people know who they are and what they're here to do and what they want. They're just terrified of claiming it. They're terrified of saying it. They're terrified of naming it because of what it means. So for me, it was always about tapping into that heart, tapping into that soul, tapping into that body wisdom, who I truly am, what I'm here to do. And it's always been most important to me to live in alignment with myself than to do all the weird and wonderful things to fit in. And it's been a slow and steady path of slowly but surely building that strength and resilience and safety and trust that I can be who I am in this world and it's going to be okay. And this is why sometimes slow and steady wins the race. It's not about fast tracking, fast action results. This is about sustainability. And sometimes to build in our life, in our business, in our finances, in a sustainable way means slowing down to speed up. But once you get into alignment and you feel safe, secure, and supported, watch out, world, because this is when you can skyrocket those results. But you want to make sure that there is the infrastructure in place holding you. The support systems are in place, both professionally, financially, and personally. So when you're skyrocketing those results and taking that fast aligned action from living in alignment, you're well held and supported. We need deep roots to be able to grow and rise high. So know that every time you fumble or fail or fall off the surfboard or fall out of alignment with yourself, this isn't an opportunity to be hard on yourself or beat yourself up. It's completely normal and it's part of the game. The practice is, the discipline is to get yourself back into alignment each and every day. And my money manifestation mastery methodologies, the tools I share with you in this podcast, are designed to help you to do that. And I'm here to take a stand with you and for you to call you back into alignment so that you're living, leading, creating in your business, your finances, and your life in alignment with your true authentic self. And this is how you're going to powerfully rise into your next level. So what is landing for you in today's conversation, living in alignment? Where are you living out of alignment with yourself? And what do you need to come into alignment with yourself? Deep inside, you do know it's just about getting honest, creating some space, and deeply connecting. From that place of space and deep listening, the answers will be revealed. Please don't hesitate to reach out. You can send me an email or send me a DM on social media. I'd love to hear what you've received from today's conversation. And if you'd like any support with living in alignment with your true authentic self, that heart, body, soul aligned wisdom to help you consciously create what it is you truly desire in your business, your finances, and your life, I would love to invite you to dive even deeper with me. Visit my website, larawaldman.com, and you can tap into a wealth of resources there. You can apply for a free money mastery breakthrough session with me, where I will have a deep dive with you into your true alignment. What is heart, body, soul aligned for you, and what is out of alignment for you at this time? Remember that alignment is a moving, changing, living, breathing thing, and it's always shifting, changing, growing, and evolving. And I would love to sit with you and support you with this. So don't hesitate to apply for a money mastery breakthrough session now. Visit my website, larawaldman.com, and I look forward to a deep dive with you very soon. And I look forward to being with you again next time for another episode of the Money Manifestation Mastery podcast. See you then.